As a Christian pastor, I can confidently say that requiring the Ten Commandments to be displayed in public schools, here's looking at you, Louisiana, is an absolutely horrible idea. Why? Because it's a clear violation of the separation of church and state that we find in the First Amendment to the Constitution. So in the First Amendment, we find that the government shouldn't pass laws that establish a religion. They shouldn't make an official religion. And the government should not prohibit our free exercise of religion. They shouldn't tell us how to worship. When the government passes a law that clearly favors a single religious tradition, like, say, requiring the Ten Commandments to be displayed in public schools, that clearly favors the Judeo-Christian tradition, it is, in essence, establishing a religion, and it may make students feel like they can't worship the way that they would like to, so that also prohibits the free exercise of religion. Now, a lot of people really misunderstand the separation of church and state. It does have to do with the way that the government interacts with us and not the way that we interact with the government. So the separation of church and state does not mean that we can't talk about politics in our religious communities. In fact, if we, say as Christians, really believe that Jesus taught us to make a better world by pursuing peace and justice, especially for those living on the margins, then that necessarily has to impact every facet of our lives. It has to impact the way that we vote and the way that we think about public policy. Talking about those things in church, not a violation of church and state. However, the government placing Ten Commandments in public schools, a clear violation of the separation of church and state, and I hope it's declared unconstitutional very quickly.